Shalom. In last week's Torah portion, the Egyptians were afflicted with 7 of the 10 plagues. In this week, it's all over. Game over, Egypt. At this moment, God is about to take the Jewish people out. Just before he takes the Jewish people out, he asked them to take a lamb and sacrifice this lamb and eat the lamb and celebrate Passover. How exactly are you going to do it? You're going to be taking this lamb and you're going to be attaching it on a stick, and you're actually not going to bake it or boil it. You're actually going to put it in the fire. You're going to grill your lamb. That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to be taking this lamb and attach its feet and legs, its hands and feet, and you will put the head between the legs and the feet. Why? You'll take it for 4 days. Prepare yourself for the great dinner on the night of Pesach. And when you eat, be careful. Don't break the bones, God says. Why all these indications, all these different commandments? What does that have to do with Passover? The answer is very simple. You see, in Egypt, the god of the Egyptians was the lamb. And therefore, in order to be able to come out of Egypt, the Jewish people needed a special merit. And the merit would be to be able to take the god of the Egyptians and sacrifice it. But how is it going to be done? First, you need to grill it. Why grill it? Because when you boil or you cook something, you could always put a cover on top. While if you grill it with fire, the smoke is all over. All over Egypt there was smoke. And therefore, there couldn't be a situation of a Jew saying to his friend, his Egyptian friend, when he asks him, "What are you doing? What are you doing to my God?" He says, "It wasn't me. I didn't do anything." "Why, you smelled something?" Like this, your Jewish identity had to be expressed in the center of Avodah Zarah, of idol worship, Egypt. And you should be proud. This was the beginning. Afterwards, you take that blood and you put it on the lintels of the doors to show that you are Jewish and you don't have any fear whatsoever. The purpose in preparing the lamb for 4 days was because, according to Kabbalah, there are what we call the 3 klipot hatemeot. There are 3 negative forces which actually give vitality to all negative, non-kosher things in the world. And therefore, since this power, this lamb represented the god of the Egyptians, they had to keep it for 3 days next to their bed and actually show that they're separating themselves from the 3 negative powers. Why a 4th day? Why did they have to keep it for 4 days? Because there's another power which is called klipat noga, which gives vitality to all physical objects and all objects and everything that is material, which could be used for holiness or for the opposite, for impurity. And therefore, even of that, the Jewish people had to separate themselves in order to prepare themselves to receive the Torah and to get out of Egypt. After they did this, they had to sit down. And God says, be very careful the way you're going to eat this korban. This korban, first of all, the way it's offered is with its head between its legs, just like the fetus inside the mother's womb, representing the birth of the Jewish people. When you eat it, don't break the bones. The chinuch says the reason for the breaking of the bones was that if you're going to break bones, you're going to act like poor people. It's poor people that suck on bones and break the bones. You now are becoming the nation of God, Bnei Melachim, the sons of the king. And therefore, you shouldn't act in a way that is not proper for royalty. Because the Rambam and the Sifri explain that Halev nimshach achar ha'peula. The heart follows the actions. And if your actions are going to be the actions of a poor person, a pitiful person, that's who you will be. But if you conduct yourself in a way which is regal, which is royal, you will become royalty. And this was the lesson. When you get out of Egypt, be proud. Be proud of your Judaism. Be proud of who you are, and act in a way that is regal, that is royal, that is proper to who you are going to become. The lesson for us is very simple. We all have our situations of Egypt. We all have our past, our addictions, our difficulties, our challenges, but you cannot drive a car looking in the rearview mirror. You're going to crash. There are many people that when they start connecting themselves to God in a revealed way, they start studying Torah and pray and do all the good things, they knock themselves on their past. Why did I do this? And why did I do that? And why did I fall? Again, I did this. Don't look at the past. The past is what happened then. Today, you have to go forward. And if you're going to go forward, you act like a king. You act regal. You will become regal. Shabbat Shalom.